everybody feels safe. Yeah, I know that it does. I like a good moderator. I'm a moderator myself. I moderate for some people. Shirley Dorsey, mom. Hey, mom. Didn't know you were here. Been missing you. Glad you could join. I haven't seen you since, shit, man, 2020 when you passed away. I really didn't get to see you then. You know what I mean? Since how you're in a nursing home. So I'm live over on YouTube as well. Pendulous Dragon. Catch me there, catch me here, catch me everywhere. And if I get anybody up in here to raise their voice, say anything, I'd like to have talk about some of these protesters. Sorry you're getting my side shot. I guess I'm giving you the, you're getting the Kyle Klinsky view. We get a side shot, and every now and then I'll turn around and give you the But what's going on TikTok? Oh, you know what I need to do? I know what I need to do. I'm gonna get a strike. Hang on, I gotta share this, you guys. I got to add it to my story first off. Come hang out, come hang out, come hang out, come hang out. Okay, let's have a talk about protesters. Have a talk about protesters. We'll do that, and then we'll slide that up right there, and then we'll post that right there. And on the hey, welcome in, welcome in. I'm trying to share the stream a little bit here so we can get some people in here, maybe, because I really want to have a discussion about these protesters. They're really getting on my fucking nerves, dude. You know what I'm saying? We need protesters, but we need people who are going to be civil about it. You know what I mean? Not act a fool, but carry on like a bunch of doofuses. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm live over on YouTube if anybody wants to give me a shout out over there and get a conversation started. Yeah, we get a couple people in here and maybe we can start the conversation. And I can't really share this anywhere on here. Damn it, maybe I can share it like this. Hang on a second. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Lynn Ritter, I see you. Gregor Martinez, I see you. I'm not going to X. I don't do Facebook. I can copy the link, I think. Then maybe I can do this. Hang on one second. Yeah, I've already got a bunch of strikes for smoking on TikTok. So I'm trying not to get any more. You know what I mean? I need to share this link. I got to open up this other page here real quick. And let's drop this on Instagram. See if we can get anybody over here. Jump in on the name game. Let's go to messages. Messages sound good. Shaimo Child, are you out there somewhere? Claire joined. Claire joined again. Oski from Muskowski. Let's see what we can do here. We can send. This is not. This is becoming more of a difficult than I really wanted. I see. There we go. 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 Let's try that. See if that works. Oh, there we go. That might work. Hang on one second. Yeah, I'm see if I can do this right here. I'm pretty upset. I went to the protest today at Romulus, Michigan ice facility, and first thing that happened to me when I walked up was I had people who were there from the protest. I guess the organizers started surrounding me, like thinking I was MAGA, and like basically coming out and saying, "Hey, are you anti-Nazi? Are you?" And I'm like, "Are you accusing me? What's going on here?" It's just how I come off, man. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm a human just like anybody else. You could have just come up to me and be like, "Hey, how are you? What's your name? What's going on? How you doing? Are you here to help? Are you here to promote? What's going on?" But no, instead, they come up and they actually start surrounding me and like getting behind me. And I was like, "Hey, you ain't got to stand behind me." You know what I'm saying? And, "Hey, Weedy Woman, I like your name." And, it's like, and he was like, "Well, we don't know what's going on around here." I'm like, "Oh, I understand that." I said, uh, "What do you call a run over cat? A flat puss." That's funny. Anyway, um, what does it look like? Something like this? But at any rate, yeah, they coming off on me. I'm like, "Look, you could have come about this a different way, man. You got to understand, everybody's got a right to be here, and even if you have agitators here, they have the same right to be here as we do. We just have to be louder than they are, so that way you run them off like that, or humiliate them to leaving. You know what I'm saying?" But it's just kind of rude of how they just come up on me thinking I was some kind of instigator, some kind of MAGA. And then on top of that, shit, I'm running live and I ain't even. Damn it, man. Sorry, hang on just a second, you guys. I'm like really wrapped up in trying to do too many different things at once and it's not working. So anyway, we're gonna get rid of that, and I need to get back over here. Thankfully, nobody's been on there. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like I got it on my Twitch channel, which I got to edit some of my video, but it's like, what in the hell, man? And then there was some dude, little tiny dude from Turning Point USA, who was there, and if you're MAGA, I mean, you're welcome to come in if you want, but if you start saying something dumb, I'll just block you. So that's just how that goes. But anyway, yeah, so this one little dude from Turning Point USA, he wasn't big as a popcorn fart. I mean, he might have been 4 foot 13 inches, you know what I'm saying? At best. And he had this great big old dude with him who was obviously Spanish, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, what are you, his backup? You his muscle or something like that, And then they tried flipping it and everything on me like that, and I was like, no, no, no. And then I was telling that dude, I said, you should be ashamed of yourself here with this guy. I said, you know, SCOTUS has approved for ICE to just stop people like you. You know what I'm saying? You're brown skin, you got brown hair, you got a little accent to you. You know, uh, SCOTUS said it was okay for ICE to pick you out of a crowd just because of that. And I don't care if you listen. That's fine. Um, and he didn't understand that. He didn't know that. I'm like, do you not read anything? Do you not pay attention to the decisions being made by our Supreme Court? And he's like, no. And then I asked the little dude the same thing, and he's like, no. I said, do you read any books? Do you watch any documentaries? No, no. And then it's like, wow, how are you here doing what you're doing if you don't know anything about what you're doing? You're just spitting out repetitive right wing talking points, which is what they kept doing. Okay. And it's like, instead of having some kind of actual foresight to be knowledgeable and to read and watch documentaries, read books, you know what I'm saying? Um, have a broader view, you know what I'm saying? If you don't understand something, you're supposed to critically think. You're supposed to look at things from all sides to come to a conclusion. You're not supposed to just listen to one side or the other. You're not supposed to just listen to me or listen to them or him or they. You're supposed to critically process this stuff. You're supposed to critically think and do your due diligent research to come up with a conclusion that every vast normal other person in comes up with. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for agreeing. Um, and that's the problem, not just with the right, but with the left too. Sometimes I'm not a big left person either. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of Biden, Obama, Schumer, Jeffries. I'm not a fan of them people. Um, but sometimes left can be as bad. And that's what I want to talk about tonight on my stream here is the protesters at the Romulus ICE detention facility. There was a bunch of them up there who were there just to hoot and holler, not really trying to push the agenda that we need. You know what I'm saying? To push the agenda that we don't need detention centers like this. Instead, they were there like, I'm just here because I'm pissed at the government. And pardon my language. And the one dude told me, it's on my Twitch stream, they just use our flag as a cum rag. And I'm like, well, why are you even here, dude? And he's like, I'm here because I don't like my government. I was like, well, why don't you vote? And he said, voting doesn't do any good. And I said, well, that's the problem. And I asked that dude on the left who was there protesting the ICE. I asked him, I said, well, do you read any books? Do you watch any documentaries? Do you do any research? And he's like, no, I don't get it. I don't do none of that. I don't get on the internet. I don't, that's all brainwashed. But I'm like, well, bro, you got to know what you're standing for. You got to know what you're doing. You can't just be here because you're just so irate and mad at the world that you're just showing up just so you can scream and holler. I mean, if you want to do that, go back to your mom's basement and scream and holler in there. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they're just getting paid? No, they're not getting paid to be there. There wasn't enough people to be there to be getting paid. Now, the Turning Point USA guy, he was probably paid to be there. I would say that because there was no other reason for him to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I've dealt with these people before. This ain't my first protest. I've been to quite a few, and you run into these people, and yeah, they're there to for clicks and stuff like this. But now, as far as the people on the left that I'm talking about, who are just there because they're mad, I get it that you're mad. I understand that you're mad. We're all mad. We're all upset. But just standing here screaming and hollering ain't going to help. Yes, we need to be here. We need to protest. We need to join. We need to raise our voices sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, we need to get loud, but we don't have to rely on the vulgarity like the right wing does. We don't have to rely on the low tactics. I mean, we don't have to go low until we have to. There's no sense coming out of the gate going low. You know what I'm saying? Try to have a civilized conversation first. Try to communicate. Try to make sense of it all because a lot of the you MAGA people, you want the same things that we want. It's just the problem with the MAGA people is they got the Republicans telling them they can't have the things that they want because of brown people or because of trans people or because of gay people. When that's not the truth. The truth is that you MAGA people can't have the things that you want, like the same things we want: health care, cheap gas, cheap groceries. You know what I'm saying? Electric bills are out of high. We need regulations. We both want that on the right and the left. Again, to reiterate, the problem with the right is they're telling you guys, MAGA, that it's the brown person's fault that you don't have these things, in the trans people and the gay people. Okay, when truth comes down to it, that's not what it is. You can't have these things because they're too busy sticking money in their own pockets. Okay. They're giving tax cuts after tax cuts and breaks to all their millionaire, billionaire buddies. Okay. And they're telling you can't have extra food on your plate or you can't go buy your kid a pair of shoes when you need to. Because if you do that, then Elon might not get his extra $100,000 per minute or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That is where it is. The the division is where it's at, and I can't understand why most people on the right, 90%, just throwing that out there, if I had to guess, on the right, and even a small percentage on the left, they even too want to play that divide game sometimes. When it comes down to ourselves, because we have a lot of Democrat on Democrat, excuse me, Democrat on Democrat fighting. You know what I'm saying? And let me make sure my mic's still kicking. All right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not just exclusive to the Republican side. And the reason that it's on the Democrat side is because your crony Democrats and your capitalist Democrats, your neoliberal Democrats, they don't want to let in good progressive Democrats. They don't want to let in good Democrat socialist people. They're gonna look how hard they fought to keep Zoran out. You know what I mean? And Zoran still kicked their ass. Still kicked their ass. And you know how Zoran did that? He spread the message that everybody wanted and needed to hear on both sides of the aisle, the right and the left. It goes back just like the people who I don't agree. Um those are dividers. That was Obama that did that. Look, dude? I already told you that I'm not a fan of Obama. Okay, I already told you that, so we don't need to go down that road. Obama was the deporter in chief before Trump come along. So, just like the Turning Point USA dude I talked to today, we don't need to play that game because I'm not a fan of Obama. I'm not a fan of Clinton's. I'm not a fan of Biden. I'm not a fan of Kamala. I'm not a fan of Jeffries, of Schumer. I'm not a fan of probably 80% of the Democratic Party. Okay. And besides that, we don't need to go back 10, 12 years. Okay. We got to start worrying about what the fuck is going on tomorrow. We can't always complain about. I know we need to watch history to prevent it from happening in the future. But watching history does not mean that we have to keep coming back and play the whataboutism game, okay? Instead of playing the whataboutism game, we need to play the that was fucked up game. We need to learn from it, move forward game. I get so sick and tired of people saying, "What about Obama? What about Obama? What about Biden? What about Bush?" You know what I'm saying? What about Reagan, dude? We can take it back, Jack. You know what I'm saying? We could take it all the way back. I was born when Johnson was president. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we can roll it on back. And anyway, I'm getting off topic here. My problem is protesters who don't. I hear you, Mufasa, baby. You got food in your bowl, honey. We have protesters. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Mildred. Um, Protesters who just want to show up and scream and holler. Okay, what we need is we need protesters who are gonna go out because it's like, for example, the Romulus Ice Detention Facility every Saturday, 3 o'clock. Okay, that's been the game plan from the game from jump, from the last No Kings. Okay, that's where we started at the Romulus Detention Center on the last No Kings Day. Every Saturday at 3 o'clock, um, Gun then just have to say we're trying to reverse all Obama stuff. Well, I mean, Trump tries to reverse anything that don't have his name on it. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. He had a perfectly good deal with Iran. The only problem with it's not Iran, it's Iran. The only problem with the deal with Iran was it had Obama's signature on it. That was the only problem with it. And he destroyed it just because of that. Okay. He didn't have his name on it. So now we're in a worse spot now than we were before. And if anybody out there can't understand that, then that's on you. That's not on me or on the other sensible people. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. Unless you got something that you might be helpful to the conversation. But it looks like you done jumped ship. Sometimes when you make sense, people don't want to listen. Damn, I'm sitting here. What are you doing, Moo Moo? Are you seriously in here looking for food? Well, anyway, that's that. I've sat here for long enough and done nothing, man. 20 minutes ranting for no reason. You know, I don't know. I don't know what else to rant about. I ain't got nobody to rant back with me. So, at any rate, peace out, man. Have a good night. Stay safe. Keep your head up. Have somebody's back, all right? You know what I'm saying? Stand up. Stop racism. Trans rights are human rights. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys. If we don't stand together, we're gonna fall together. Simple as that. I'll talk to you later, TikTok. Oh, not right now, broski. I'm trying to stream, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. Help me. I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh, nobody's on YouTube, huh? All by myself tonight, dude. You're gonna have to hang on a minute, man. God damn it. Shit. Motherfucker. Hey, let me call you back in just a second. I'm in the middle of the stream on my phone on TikTok. I'm getting off here in a second. I'm on YouTube as well. This is what happens when shit goes haywire, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck me, dude. At any rate, nobody's on over here on YouTube anyway, so it don't matter. Hanging out by myself, doing a whole lot of nothing. So I'll be back shortly, you guys. I don't know, maybe somebody can pop back on in a little bit, but I'll be back real shortly, okay? So I'll talk to you in a little bit.